I'm in my late 20s, spent just about all of them single, and that's really how you pinpoint your demographic, you know? I figured out that's how you pinpoint your demographic. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I rarely hook up with girls my age. It almost never happens. They don't like me, you know? Like a wild stallion that won't let me ride. But let me tell you, apparently I am the recently divorced woman in her 40s whisperer. Yeah, that's my bread and butter. That's what I attract, bro. That's what I attract. And I didn't understand it for the longest time. But after getting to know them for a little bit, I figured it out, all right? I discovered something. There's a common denominator in a lot of divorced women in their 40s. They never got to have a hoe phase. Women need that. Listen to me, in the modern age, women need that. I sincerely believe that a hoe phase is an essential part of a woman's development, all right? There is much to be learned. Don't hold back, girls. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Do it while you're young. Just hash it out like a GED course and get it out of the way. Move on with your life. Men, if you see a young lady being a hoe, don't judge her. Don't trash her, congratulate her. She's getting out of the way now so she can be a terrific wife and mother later on. Or she can just continue to be a hoe if she wants. That's her journey. I'm not here to judge. But that's the thing, is some of these older women never had that opportunity because they settled down early. They married their high school sweetheart, had a kid in their early 20s, and that consumed their life for the next 20-odd years. But now their kid's gone and out of the house, and they're stuck at home with a boring husband who does nothing to keep the marriage alive. Then they go on Instagram, they see these young ladies living their best lives, making terrible decisions, having a great time doing so. They see that and they regret never giving themselves the freedom to make those same terrible decisions. So what do? They decide right then and there that life is too short to waste away in a shit marriage with a bum who doesn't pay attention to them anymore, and they get a divorce. And now they're on the loose, free to make all the terrible decisions they want. And that's where I come in. Oh, I am exactly the terrible decision they needed. All right, I am the Pete Davidson to their Kim Kardashian, baby. If you're looking at me right now and I don't seem like a terrible decision, you've got more red flags than I do, okay? And I'm not judging you, all right? That shit's hot. You know, I see red flags on a chick, I turn to that old dancing Six Flags, you know, more flags, more fun. You know, that's my shit. Love older women. Mwah. Compliments to the chef. Couldn't have made them better. Older women are great because they're not afraid to tell you what they want, but they're also more patient and understanding, which I found is not as common in younger girls, okay? Because, like, listen, there's a lot of guys in here, you're not going to want to attest to this, you're not going to want to be able to relate to this, but it's okay, all right? It happens to the best of us. Sometimes, as a guy, maybe you got too drunk, maybe you did too much coke, maybe it's a side effect of a medication, maybe it's a super hot chick, it's your first time with you, you're super nervous. All reasons for one thing to sometimes happen. Sometimes as a guy, you need a few extra minutes to rise to the occasion, all right? It happens to the best of us. The problem is younger girls immediately get frustrated and upset. And I'm very self-conscious, so that just makes it worse, you know? She's like, really? You're not hard yet? No, and now it's gonna take even longer. Are just happy to be there. They are just along for the ride, and they are well aware that sometimes a brief flight delay is just part of the vacation. Love older women. The only complaint I could really come up with is that they usually have kids close in age to me. Or at least in college. They always have at least one kid in college, and while not likely, it's still entirely possible that their son drives home from Missouri University a day early to surprise his mom and catches y'all. Yes, that's what happened to me. I go out with this woman, and we go back to her place, and we accomplish what we set out to do. And she starts getting ready for bed, because that's what older women do after sex, apparently. No cuddling, no pillow talk. I found out at a certain age the roles start to reverse, okay? Because as I get older, I kind of like pillow talk now, you know? You know, like, why not? Like, come on, go have a little post-game interview, you know what I mean? How you feeling? Where'd you learn to do that pretzel shake thing you did earlier, you know? Who's Steven? Why'd you shout his name out? I've got questions. Older women are not interested in any of that. They just kick you right out like the dime a dozen whore you are to them, okay? So she starts getting ready for bed. Uber, and I decide I'm gonna go out and have a smoke while I'm waiting for the Uber to arrive. And as I'm walking toward the door, in walks her son. We make eye contact, and we both freeze mid-step. I'm frozen out of awkwardness, and he's frozen because he thinks I'm robbing them. Which at the moment, I kind of wish I was. But he's visibly terrified. I mean, he's got this incredible fear in his eyes. He like stumbles backwards towards the door. So naturally, I go to try to diffuse the situation. I'm like, oh, no. But then I stop myself. Because then I realized that the only thing worse than me being a burglar is telling a 19-year-old boy, oh, no, I just fucked your mom. So then his mom overhears what's going on. She comes out in her robe, and he quickly puts two and two together, and my brain will forever be ingrained with the memory of the look in his eyes as he realized he was living out the actualization of every trash talker on Xbox Live. It had all come back to haunt him. So they're feuding back and forth. I'm trying to like mosey my way out the door. And I'm like halfway out when I hear him say just one, he goes, cool, so you made dad leave and get his own apartment so you just fuck losers all day? Man, I'm not that kind of guy. I can't just let someone have the last word like that, man, I gotta say my piece. It would have bugged me forever. So I step back in, I close the door, I look him right in the eye, and I go, listen, kid, when you become a parent, you'll understand.